Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 10, Episode 8 of the Timeline, October 23rd, 2024. I thank God this morning. The episode airs tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. When my day starts, I drive through the cemetery. While at the cemetery, I receive pictures of my granddogs. I look at them. I look over both Megan and Wyatt's areas, and then I park on the east-west street between Megan and Wyatt. A short time later, when I leave the cemetery, I pick Madison up and we head to the country for the afternoon. October 24th, 2024. My free day, as I call it. Well, except I plan to winterize the patio, putting summer toys and floaties away, get the pool covered, and wait again for next May to swim. In fact, the guys who are covering the pool have arrived. Have a good day. October 25th, 2024. This morning, I'm on my way to the country. My friend needs a few things done, so Madison and I went. We did his dishes, folded clothes, swept, vacuumed, and he took us to lunch, which is greatly appreciated. When we leave, we head back to the city, and when I drop Madison off, I go home and I begin to start the writing of this next week's episode until my grandson calls and wants to visit. I set it aside when he came to the door, and I will finish tomorrow. October 26, 2024. Before I start my day of anything else, I went to the cemetery, a drive-through more or less, just checking on things. When I leave the cemetery, Madison calls to say, I need pictures of our friend's motorcycle. Madison may know someone who wants to buy it. My grandson, whom is still here with me, him and I went to the country. He worked a little, and when ready, I took a few pictures of the motorcycle and sent them to Madison. When my grandson finishes, we head to the city. I drop him off at home, and I go home. After I relax a bit, I start to write again. At 10:36 p.m., I finish the writing, but not the rereading and timing it yet. Tomorrow I will do it. October 27th, 2024. I thank God this morning. I start my day. I did reread and time the episode. It is ready to record. I relax a little. Then at 1:22 p.m., Madison and I meet at the cemetery. Well, I should say I only stayed a few minutes. I received a call and had to go. Madison stayed a little longer. October 28, 2024. Good morning, and thank you, God. This is a day when I'm not sure what tomorrow will bring, so I will record today. Everyone have a good day. October 29th, 2024. I will get it done today, the recording. I worked on it yesterday so much and for too long. It made my eyes look cross-eyed, and I know I should have set it aside long before I did. I will get it today. But before I start, at 1:09 p.m., I went to the cemetery. I walk up to Wyatt's area. I snap a photo of his headstone. His flowers are out of his vase laying nearby. I walk over, I pick them up and set them back in his vase. I believe I need to replace the styrofoam inside. I take a photo of the flowers on the ground first, and then in the third and fourth pictures is of Wyatt's flowers in his vase. I visit with him, I sit and talk with him, I pray to him, and then I walk away, telling him I love him. When I get to the car, I take a picture of his headstone area. I then pull around to visit Megan. The first picture is of the area south of Babyland 6th West, Megan's area. The electrical pole is in the center of the picture. The second picture, the electrical pole is in the center of this photo too, but taken more to the north. The side of the tree branches are hanging over to the south. In the third picture, it's a picture of the full view area. Megan's fall and Halloween flowers are still here. The fourth picture is of the same view. In the fifth picture, it's the southeast headstone, the rock headstone, headstones to the west, and then on to the Mother Mary statue. The lineup. The sixth picture is of the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, the tree, the existing tree, Megan's flowers up close. There are a few headstones to the south, to the north, and to the west. In the seventh picture, it is of the southeast headstone. To the west is the rock headstone, headstones to the north, the south, and to the west, and on to the Mother Mary statue. The next photo is of the same area as picture 7, but without the southeast headstone. In the ninth picture is of the existing tree, the roots, another good example of this being the south tree, to pictures taken in 1999, 2000s, 2015, and 2016, and still to this day. To compare the pictures to the tree now. Exact same tree, just more outgrown. It also shows Megan's flower and headstones that should set north. In the 10th picture is of Megan's flowers close up. In the 11th picture is of the little boy's headstone and a little girl's headstone that used to sit next to the north tree. The little boy's headstone is the little boy I have talked with his grandparents, and they also had some concerns too, with the mention of they were told the city cut down a tree. The man and I both agreed at that time there was no tree in that location to cut down. In the 12th picture is a close-up picture of headstones to the south, which should sit north. The blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, the tree, Megan's flowers is on west to the newly set in headstone. In the 13th picture, I stand north. I take a photo of the north area of the tree to the south to the electrical pole. In the next picture, it's of the tree in the center of the picture. To the south are headstones, and headstones to the north should be moved more north. The 14th picture is of the newly set in drain to the black and white Babyland sign, to the double headstones, to the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, to the tree, Megan's flowers, headstones to the west, which is one of them, the newly set in headstone. From beginning to end, both set in 2019, just weeks before the day of the digging of Megan's headstone. There are headstones to the south and to the north. In the next picture is of the full view area, Babyland 6th West, the next picture also. In the 17th picture is of the double headstones sitting east of this existing tree, which these headstones used to sit in between, east of the north tree and the south tree. as shown in pictures before 2015. It goes on to the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, to the tree, to Megan's flowers, headstones to the south, and to the north. After visiting Megan and taking pictures, soon after I leave the cemetery. When getting home, I eat. I then get ready to record. Wish me luck. 2 hours later, I'm finished. I get the episode recorded, and then I receive pictures of my granddogs watching TV. And now I am ready to call it a day. October 30th, 2024. Good morning. Light rain today, so before it starts, Madison wants to go to the cemetery to clean up and to put Halloween trinkets on their headstones. Wyatt's headstone and Megan stuck in the ground. I pull up at 2:21 p.m. to Wyatt's area. Madison walks over, we visit. She straightens and arranges his flowers in the vase. She puts his scarecrow into the flowers so it will stay in place. Madison also put a pumpkin solar light in his flowers. We left him some candy. I took 4 pictures, and then shortly after we went to visit Megan. The first picture is of the full view area of Babyland 6th West. The second picture is of the southeast headstone close up, the rock headstone to the north and west. In the next picture, Madison is standing over Megan's flowers. Madison is also sticking Megan's trinkets in the ground. In the fourth and fifth picture is of Megan's flowers close up. I walk around the area. I visit with Megan, and a little longer, and a short time later, we leave the cemetery. And of course, I tell them I love them as I pull out. When I return home, I relax a little. I cook dinner. Then I remember the episode airs tonight. Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, airs on Spotify, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index Audible, Listen Notes, RSS.com Community, iHeartRadio, and also YouTube. And I appreciate the listeners. October 31st, 2024. I thank God. I appreciate the clear skies this morning, and being Halloween, I pray all is safe. It's my free day, so I'm going to the cemetery to say hi. So at 3:02 p.m., I pull up to Wyatt's area. I take a photo of his headstone and the area from the street. I sit with him for a short time, then I pull around to the west side to visit Megan. As I pull up, I take the first picture, not the full view area, but it's south of the electrical pole to the north, to showing branches of the tree, and Megan's flowers just below to the west. The next 2 pictures are of the full view in Babyland 6th West. In the fourth picture is of the southeast headstone to the rock headstone, to headstones in the west, and onto the Mother Mary statue. The fifth picture is of the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, to the tree, to Megan's flowers and trinkets. There's also 2 headstones sitting next to this existing tree, when they should sit to the north, not next to a tree, but this is not the correct tree. The next picture is of the newly set in small drain to the newly set in headstone lineup, showing headstones to the south and a few headstones showing in the north. I walk around the area, observing. I soon leave the cemetery. When I return home, Madison and I are going to a small Halloween party and to hand out candy. And it is so much fun. I got to paint Madison's belly into a pumpkin. It took me about 30 minutes, and Ismail finished it up with shadows around the eyes. And when we were finished, I do have to say, we didn't do too bad of a job. We made ghoulie punch and made homemade pizzas. We passed out candy, and we had a good time. Thank you, Madison, for taking me along. When we get back to my house, my granddaughters came over dressed up, trick-or-treating for candy, and I'm happy to see them. Megan's two younger sisters, Zoe and Lily. Happy Halloween, everyone. Have fun and be safe. November 1st, 2024. Thank you for this day. It's Friday, and I may start writing for an episode to get done. But first, I have a couple of bags of food for the homeless. So when I get things done at home, I go hunt down a couple of homeless folks. I pull into a parking lot and see one digging through the dumpster. I park, I get out of the car and go into the store and buy a 6-pack of waters. When I come back outside, he's still here. I open my car door and I ask him in a loud tone voice, "Sir, do you want some food?" He turns around and looks at me. I repeat, "Do you want some food?" He said, "Yes," and he takes a step towards me. And by this time, I have set the bags of food down at the curbside and went to my car. I watched him pick up the bags, and he seemed happy. He smiled anyway. I pull away and I go to the store before going home. I get home a short time later and start to write an episode. A few hours later, I finish for the night. November 2nd, 2024. This morning, my grandson calls before he goes to work. He wants to know if I can make him smoothies with fresh fruit. I tell him yes, we can make them. We talk a little longer and then hang up. It is a rainy type day with thunderstorms and heavy rain, so I'm staying in today. I'm going to clean, and then I will finish writing the episode. I did get it done. I reread it and timed it. Not long after, I sit to watch TV, to later getting ready for bed. November 3rd, 2024. Thank you for waking me. And since I have the episode ready to record, I'm taking a little break today. I spent this afternoon taking a drive north. It is raining, the roads are wet, it is cloudy, dark clouds. I stop to get gas and a drink. I take some pictures. When I get as far as I want to drive, I pull over, I get some lunch, and then I head home. But first, as I'm eating, I see birds cling to the screens of the windows. At first it was 1 or 2 birds, now it's 3 and 4 birds, then I count 5. Then 1, 2, then 3 birds left. I kind of chuckled a little. I pay my bill and then I leave. The drive home is nice. The sun is bright with clouds in the sky. And then sometimes later, I make it home safely. I relax, and then I go to bed. November 4th, 2024. Good morning. A day to record, or at least I will try. Have a good day. November 5th, 2024. On this day, wish me luck. I tried over and over yesterday to record, and for some reason, it was a little difficult. And at times it is, and at other times it goes easy. And I pray I get it today. another day to record. November 6, 2024. Thank God. The episode is recorded and it airs tonight. And I pray it goes well. I'm spending time cleaning today because the past 2 days I've not done much. Have a great day. November 7th, 2024. I thank God I'm awake and ready to go. As my day starts, I'm not in a hurry to do much, but I do know I will go to the cemetery. So when I finish of not doing much, I did go to the cemetery. At 4:41 p.m., I pull up to Wyatt. I snap a photo from the car of his headstone and his area. I sit with him, talking to him for a few minutes. Then I pull around to visit Megan. The first picture is of a full view of Babyland 6th West area. The second picture is of the same. In the third picture, it's of the southeast headstone, the lineup to the Mother Mary statue. In the fourth picture, it's taken just south of the newly set in small drain back to the newly set in headstone, and headstones to the south. In the fifth picture is of the area north of the existing tree to the headstones that sit now where the north tree did sit. I went to the car to sit and look out over the area. I talked to Megan. I pray to all of them. A short time later, I leave the cemetery. When I get home and after dinner, I'm able to relax. November 8, 2024. Good morning to all. It's a rainy type looking day today, so I'm staying in. When I'm finished, and I may start the writing of an episode for next week. If not, I will start tomorrow. November 9th, 2024. I thank God for waking me up. As I start my day, I am writing the episode. At least I hope to. I want to start it anyway. Have a great day. November 10th, 2024. I thank God for today and every day. I did not finish the writing in the episode. I have about 3 more pages to write and then to reread and time it. When I'm done a short time later, I finish. Now it is ready to record. November 11th, 2024. Today, Madison and I are running errands and going to the store. When we finish, we drive through the cemetery. We sit with Wyatt a few minutes, and then I pull around to visit Megan. We only sit a few minutes at each, and then we leave the cemetery. When I take Madison home, I go home because I would like to get the episode recorded today. I did get dinner. I watched the evening news. Then I turned my phone ringer off, the volume on, the TV down, and I begin. I start at 7:16 p.m. and I finish at 9:56 p.m. I record, I re-listen. I record, I record, I record, and I re-listen. Finally, I got it, and not too bad tonight. And I'm so thankful it was easy enough. Thank you for listening. Stay kind with your words.